Here with Jacksonville State Volleyball head coach Todd Garvey coming off of a tough weekend. JSU lost 2 matchups against Kennesaw State, but no time to sit and think about that. Right back to ASUN play this weekend as you host Eastern Kentucky in Bellarmine. Coach, what's the mindset of you, the coaching staff, and the team heading into this weekend?
We're just looking forward to getting back to work. We know that we didn't compete at the level we are capable of this past weekend. I think that the past 2 or 3 weeks we kind of just been maintaining. We had some injuries and we're kind of going a little bit lighter in practice and taking a couple days off here and there just to kind of stay fresh, but it caught up to us, and I think we all realize that and are ready to get back to work. And we've looked great so far this week at practice. We've had some tough practices and looking forward to competing this weekend.
The team jumped out to a really hot start this year before last weekend, 16-1 heading into that Friday night match with Kennesaw State. What is the biggest challenge as a coach in trying to get a team that's performed so well, back to their highest performing after a loss like that?
I think I'm pretty lucky. I don't think it takes much with this group. Like, we had the best practice we've had all year yesterday, and they're all competitive people. Like, one of the things I look for when I recruit people is people that love winning and are used to winning cultures and love to compete and love to be pushed, and they want that. Like, to me as a coach, it's awesome that they want to work hard after a loss. They want to go out and have me push them and have tough practices and get better, and they're up for the challenge. And it makes my job as a coach easy when everybody's on board for that. And like I said, I think this loss is going to be a good thing for us. And for us, 2 losses in a row, it feels like 20 almost, just because we're not used to losing a ton. And one of the things that Mark wrote in his article last week that stood out to me is that I think in the last 77 matches, something like that, where I think 65-12 or something. And it's like, I didn't even realize that. You get in the habit of just focusing on one game at a time and stuff. But we've been pretty lucky to have the record that we've had. And I told the team the other day, we're still in a great spot. We lost 2 matches. So what? Some teams have lost 12. What we've lost in 3 years, some teams have lost that this season. So we're still in a great spot. We went out and worked really hard yesterday, and we're just focused on getting better for the rest of the season.
And I would imagine that one thing that makes you feel a little bit better is that the team did not give up in either of the matches Friday or Sunday. A couple of the sets were decided by 2 points. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think Friday we didn't have our normal energy or execution. Sunday, I thought we brought the energy. Like, we battled a lot harder and fought a lot harder on Sunday, but we were still just off execution-wise. But I love to see that. I told the team in the locker room, we didn't execute, and we know that's not us. We're capable of more, but I was proud of their effort. And, again, I was super proud of their effort yesterday at practice, and that's what it's about. If we keep bringing that, we know we'll get back to where we need to be.
Well, as we put Kennesaw State in the rear view, a couple of big ASUN matchups this weekend. First, Eastern Kentucky on Friday, then Bellarmine on Saturday. Looking first at Eastern Kentucky, have you had a chance to kind of scout the Colonels, and what have you seen from them?
Yeah, I have. Eastern's got a really good team. They're running a 6-2 this year. They returned all their best pieces from last year. They had 2 really good outsides last year that are both back. They added a freshman middle that's really good, and they added a freshman right side that's good, and a transfer setter that's also really good. So I think they're a tough challenge for us this weekend, running a 6-2 and having so many weapons offensively. We went out and beat Liberty this past weekend, so we know that they're capable of playing high level.
And then also on Saturday, taking on a young Bellarmine team, new coach there and a lot of ties to Jacksonville State. What can you say about the Knights?
They're much improved from last year. Rick's done an awesome job with him. I've known him for a long, long time, and he's a great coach. And I think it's kind of night and day, the level of volleyball they're playing this year to kind of what they did midway through or into last season. They're definitely playing a lot better volleyball. And like I said, they went out this past weekend and took Liberty 5. And they've had some really good wins and are competing hard, so they're going to be a tough matchup as well.
Coach, talking about the player that we've got for the player spotlight this week, Sophie Riemersma, what can you say about the job the graduate transfer has done this season for the Gamecocks?
She's done an awesome job. She's fit in really well on and off the court. Has contributed, fantastically. She's filled in on the outside spot. I think she's 3rd on the team in kills, and her hitting percentage has been going up and up and up the past couple of weeks. I think she's getting used to our system and getting used to Claire and the speed of her offense, and I think that hopefully the sky's the limit for her for the next couple of weeks of the season. She's been playing awesome.
Coach, final question. We're heading down the stretch for ASUN play. What will Jacksonville State have to do to come away with the regular season championship?
We just got to focus on today. Like, it's all we can control. Obviously we want to be there in the end, but the only thing that's going to help us do that is getting better each and every day. And we had an awesome practice yesterday, looking to kind of continue to do that every single day. And then hopefully when the month or 2 rolls around, we're there when it counts.
Coach, any final thoughts as we head into this weekend? Again, Eastern Kentucky on Friday, and then the breast cancer awareness match against Bellarmine on Saturday.
Yeah, we're just kind of looking forward to getting back out on the court and kind of seeing if all the things we're working on this week are going to pay off for us, and looking forward to the challenge to getting back on that winning streak.
Here with Sophie Riemersma, JSU Volleyball, graduate transfer outside hitter. Sophie, Gamecocks, 16-3, 4-2 in ASUN play. First of all, what can you say about your first season in Jacksonville? How have you felt about the season?
I think the season's been going pretty great so far. I really think these group of girls, and we work really hard, and we're after it every single day in practice, and we're never truly satisfied after a win. We always know that there's something that we got to get better at. So I think we're very intense and purposeful in our practicing.
You were already in the player spotlight once this year, and it was early in the season. You said you were looking forward to seeing what your role would be with the team. How would you describe your role with the Gamecocks this season?
I really think my role this season is a little bit of an energy provider, especially on the court. I love celebrating my other teammates' successes with jumps or quick little shoves and things like that, just giving a lot of energy on the court because that's something that is always positive for us.
Talking about your background, you come from an athletic family. Obviously, your dad, Jay, played in the NFL, played at Michigan. Do you think that kind of helps you, especially with volleyball, having that sort of excellence already in the family?
Yeah, I definitely look up to my dad a lot. He's definitely a big role model for me, and I have learned so many life lessons from him, and even though he doesn't know a ton about volleyball, he does know aspects of the game and how to get better and be in the most athletic physical shape you can be in order to get to where you want to be. So a lot of my success is contributed to him and the hours he would take driving me to practices, helping me get extra reps, stuff like that.
I know your dad played at Michigan. How does he feel about you playing for a school that has red as its main color?
I don't think it's his favorite thing in the world, but at least we're not in Ohio anymore. But I am a true Michigan fan, even though red is the color that I do wear now.
I understand that totally. Well, continuing to talk about you, you had a great career at Miami. Between Miami and JSU, you've now eclipsed 900 career kills. What can you say about this season for you? How have you felt that you've been able to perform for Coach Garvey and the Gamecocks?
Yeah, I just think this year I've really been focused on my offensive game because I am a 3-rotation outside now. I'm just trying to focus really hard on taking the amazing sets that Claire has given me and putting the ball away for my teammates.
Tough losses over the weekend against Kennesaw State. JSU looking to rebound this weekend against Eastern Kentucky and Bellarmine. What are you looking forward to being back at home at the Pete this weekend?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to being back at home, and I really think that this weekend's going to be big for us. We've been having really hard and tough and energetic practices, and I just can't wait for the rest of the fans and our coaches to see it all come out against EKU and Bellarmine.
And then final question, what's JSU going to have to do to come away with a conference title this year?
I think we just need to focus on our game and not worry about what anyone else in the conference is doing because it's clear that anyone can beat anyone in this conference and it's all up for grabs. So I think as long as we continue to work super hard and just play our game like we know we can, I don't think there's anybody out there that can stop us.